right?
Oh, whatever, math isn't my thing. But, we're still rolling around the city streets. Theoretically, they still float, so we're excited about that.
Theoretically?
Did I say theoretically?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, I should probably talk about this old building here, though, huh? Now, this building in front of us here on your left a little bit, this is the oldest and busiest fire station in Boston. Engine 33, ladder 15. It was built in 1885. And that makes it a historical landmark, which means they cannot alter any aspects to the structure. Not sure why I had to do that. Give these guys a quack. Super size! We call this part of town the Back Bay because that's what it used to be, the Back Bay of the Charles River. All of the land that we have been on since this tour started, everything you see all around us, all of this is landfill today. The cornerstone was laid back in 1795 by Sam Adams and Paul Revere. Wow. And there are 13 pounds of 23.5 karat gold leaf gilding the top of that dome. Beautiful piece of work there. Lovely dome. It's a lot of shops, a lot of restaurants. And the best part about Faneuil Hall and Quincy Market, though, in my opinion, are the street performers. Because on a beautiful day, there'll be all kinds of wonderful musicians, magicians, jugglers, acrobats, dancers. The whole area will have a wonderful carnival atmosphere, but without all the weird, creepy carnival people, so it makes it more accessible to normal people like you and I. And of course, it's very, very beautiful as well. A lot of fun things. As you drive by, in front of Faneuil Hall, you'll see a very nice-looking statue of a gentleman named Sam Adams. What did Sam Adams do?
Made beer.
Made beer. Good job. Yes. Which is actually true, you know. He was a brewer. He inherited a brewery from his father, then ran out of business very quickly. So it's also true that he wasn't a very good brewer, as it turns out. And now for the words you've been waiting to hear your whole lives. Welcome to Charlestown. A world of pure imagination. Warship still afloat in the universe. The USS Constitution, you can see her over to your right. The Dolphins, that ship was undefeated. Never lost a battle, earned itself a nickname. And you know the nickname of that ship?
Ironsides.
Old Ironsides. Look at the sides. Are they made of iron?
No.
Nope, they're made of wood, but a pretty innovative design. The two ships will run up alongside each other. They fired their cannons, and they were so close together that the American sailors could hear the British drawbridge. You could take a duck tour through the signs. Get the quacks in the sides. Delge down here and unlock my transfer case with that in neutral. Engage my propeller. Say a quick prayer. Gonna honk my horn, need you to quack. Here we go. Super size! Hope this works. Did it work? Are we floating? Awesome. Now as I go into this little bridge here, I'm going to honk my horn again. Just do me a favor, please pay no attention to all the different color paint on the wood to your left. We have a lot of new drivers this year. Welcome to the Charles River, everybody. I can't believe this thing still works. It's unbelievable. Look at how pretty the Glamour Slammer looks on your left. Believe it or not, we've done a pretty amazing job of fitting it up over the years. Thanks to efforts by groups like the Charles River Watershed Association and the Department of Conservation and Recreation, it's no longer that bad. It is in fact now fishable. Oh my gosh, look at the time. Well, it's a little awkward, but I'm a union man. And according to the union, I have to take a break right now, which sometimes can happen at bad times. I just need to relax. I need to take a break. My parents are in town over the weekend, you know, I'm all stressed out. Take the wheel. I'll turn to your left a little bit. You go to your left, go to your left, go to your left. There you go, hold it right there. Hold it just like that. No, that's good. Go back to your right. Keep going, keep going, keep going to your right. Keep going, 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 keep going. Hold it right there. Hold it just like that. You have to be very patient with the duck. It takes a while to do what you tell it to do. It did a lot of partying in the 60s. Yeah, it's a little bit slow. You ever drive one of these before? I've never driven one of these either, really. It's kind of the first time for me, too. Now turn to your left a little bit. The very first hospital to ever report the use of ether as an anesthetic for surgery. First hospital to ever use x-ray for medical purposes. As well as the first hospital to ever successfully reattach a severed limb. Oh, just follow your heart. Hold it right there. Bernice, you've done a wonderful job. Give Bernice a big round of applause, everybody. Look, I got you some stickers. You're welcome. Get the sprint reports about the locals as the Salt and Pepper Bridge because we are very sophisticated people. Now hold it just like that, John. You ever played that game Operation? You ever played that game Operation? Well, it's the same rules here. Just don't touch the sides. Now turn to your right a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. Hold it right there. Hear that? That's the subway. That's the red line going above us. Yeah. Hold it just like that there. Look at you. You're good. What do you do for a living? Accounts receivable clerk. That sounds exciting. You can collect money. I do too. Turn it to your left here a little bit. Keep going. Keep going. Hold it just like a line directly to your left. You see that brown church steeple? I know that's the Church of the Advent. I am showing it to you more or less as a point of reference. Just kind of keep in mind where that is. Now, if you follow the shorelines, this section of the river used to be 3 times wider than it is today. Isn't that crazy? Now, what else is over there by the Citgo side? Anybody know? Fenway Park, the oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball. Turn to the right a little bit. There you go, hold it just like that. Built in 1912. Who plays at Fenway Park? Now that's the tallest building in New England at 63 floors. Designed by that gentleman I.M. Pei who did the Christian Science Center. Now when he was designing that building in the 70s, they asked him what his concept was behind it, and he said he wanted to reflect the beauty around it. So he put 10,000 got hurt, and then it sort of fixed the way the windows are mounted. But also just in case these days, there's now an individual sensor on each one of those 10,344 panes of glass that monitor their integrity. So if the slightest of a problem, they can send somebody out there to fix the windows. Oh, you're fine. Don't worry so much about running aground, because we have wheels. And then attach the building to a computer and turn the whole side of the building into a giant game of Tetris that can be played by remote control from across the street for one night only. A lot of very smart people over there with obviously a little bit of time on their hands, you know? Now, what do you do for a living? You're a lawyer. Excellent. Oh, why do you thumbs down being a lawyer? Oh, no, we don't. Turn us to your right here a little bit. Hold it like that. That's good. Turn us to your left a little bit. Turn us to your right a little bit. Hold it like there you go. There you go. Excellent. You got a little holiday here? Is that you having a good time? Strictly pleasure, no business? Nice. A little bit nice. You don't work with the superductors, do you? Oh, well, that's good news. Now turn us to your left a little bit. Hold it like that. That's good. Hold it right there. 20% of all the troops and supplies by the shore in the invasion of Sicily were by the shore on ducks. They were also used throughout the Pacific. They were very vehicle for island hopping. They were used throughout the Korean War, all the way up to the beginning stages of Vietnam before they were finally phased out. They got used to these things. They're not named Cambridge, but they didn't give it a name. And let me tell you, those Puritans were very creative people. So they got together and they asked themselves, what should we name our new city or our new town? And after a long discussion, they finally came up with the wonderful name of Newtown. Very creative group. Now the Puritans also founded the very first college in America in Newtown in 1636. You know what they called that? Harvard. Times. And they say that if you took all of the steel that was used in the Big Dig project, you could build a steel rod 1 inch in diameter that you could wrap around the world. All the exterior shots from the 80s sitcom Cheers were filmed. Give them a quack. Supersize! Very nice. Now the bar in the basement that inspired the TV show was originally called the Bull and Finch Pub, but these days the name has officially been changed to Cheers. I will be the first to warn you, however, the first time you go there it's always a little bit disappointing, because it really doesn't look anything at all on the inside like it did in the set of the TV show.